Hi. So my advice to anyone trying to get into shape, or at least starting to get into shape, it's the idea of forming a habit. And the fastest way and easiest way to form a habit is to take the friction out of attaining that habit. And what I mean by that, in the case of getting fit, what I would recommend for people is to have a place or space inside their home. It doesn't have to be a lot of space, but a place and some equipment that allows you to get a workout in with minimal fuss and minimal setup time. And so what I did is I pulled out a few things that if I had to start off, these are some of the things that I would get. 2020 hindsight, I never saw the value in kettlebells, but now I see the error in my wisdom. These things are great, and in particular, they're great because they don't take any space, especially if you get an adjustable version like this one. This is great. I bought one of these years and years ago, but never quite utilized it as much as I do now. And the one I got years ago was from, it wasn't Dick's, but I can't remember where it was, but it was, I believe, this one. And there's a slight difference, but the one I got over COVID was one from Dick's, and it's a copy of the design, and it's very close, but not quite the same. There's subtle differences. But the point here is that these kettlebells, this design in particular, uses cheap 1-inch plates that are old school, not Olympic plates. And because those plates are small and relatively inexpensive now that we're post-quarantine, it makes for convenient and quick weight change. And this one you can get it up to, it's rated to about 45, 50 pounds. I've got it up to 60 if you're careful. Which is heavy. It's very, very heavy. And I recommend a male from 150 pounds to 250 pounds start off about 25 or 30 pounds. You can get a lot done with 25, 30 pounds. And if you say, oh, that's not heavy enough, it's like, well, then you're not working hard enough with the kettlebell. For a woman, anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds. I'm not trying to be sexist, but figuring a woman from 100 pounds to 140, 150 pounds, starting off with a kettlebell between 5 to 15 pounds is a good place to start. So that's kettlebells. The other thing is having, again, having space. A yoga mat is great. I have this Ensolite pad over here that I like because it can absorb a lot of impact, and especially if you're on your knees. But a yoga mat is awesome, and those are so ubiquitous. You can find a gazillion of them on Amazon or wherever you want to go, or a space on a rug. The other thing I would recommend is being able to do body weight exercises. And again, this is minimal to no equipment necessary. Your crunches, your planks, your push-ups, all that requires is a flat, relatively clean place to work out. And then when you want to go progress beyond that, increasing your difficulty in your push-ups. Parallettes are awesome. These are a fancier pair. I want to say they were made in Europe, and I specifically ordered them because I like the design. They're high enough up that allows me to do some more advanced moves. Metal with real oak dowels, but you don't have to do something like this. Perfect push-up. They make a nice push-up mini parallettes. I have some upstairs or actually in the other room, and I love Perfect Push-Up. They've been around forever, and they make great equipment. I think the quality's still pretty good now. Granted, it's probably not made in the US anymore, and in China, not that matters, but so parallettes are great. The other thing I really, really recommend for people is to get a sturdy mounted pull-up bar. And again, this is getting beyond the minimal equipment, but a sturdy mounted pull-up bar is incredibly versatile. And if you can splurge and get one that's further away out so you don't have obstructions from the wall, even better. Ideally, if you can hang a pipe like I have up here, it's great, because then you have a long range to do stuff, but that's a luxury. A sturdy mounted, wall mounted or ceiling mounted pull-up bar is ideal. Otherwise, one that's over a door frame is great, because you can do so many things. You can put attachments on. And speaking of attachments, I really like these Angles 90 grips. These are the name brand ones, branded by Eccentric, but they're made by Angles. What's great about these is you can hang them on a pull-up bar, hang them on a barbell, and do all kinds of stuff. And the advantage of this is, if you do a lot of pull-ups, it puts a lot of stress on your tendons, because it's kind of an unnatural feeling having your arms locked into this position. And what Angles allows you to do is allows your joints to rotate to where they want to be naturally. So these are kind of canted a few degrees, and then when you do the pull-up, it's like that. And these are so versatile. You can use them for pulling, like I said, barbells, all kinds of stuff. Rowing. Anyway, love these things. The other thing I recommend is our ab wheels. These are more advanced, very, very advanced. These are even more advanced than your typical ab wheel, which is usually a wheel with a axle going through the middle. And I think I might have moved that into the other room because I use these more. These are kind of crazy because they're basically a couple of trolleys, and it allows you to do ab rollouts like that. Really handy. But again, these are kind of advanced. I don't know why I brought these out. One cool thing I got recently are these Skills carpet sliders. And I used, for the longest time, cheap Harbor Freight furniture sliders. But I found that they get scraped up pretty easy. But these Skills ones, I thought I would try. They're about $30. But they're a larger surface, and they're very slippery, as you can see. And what's kind of cool with this is you can integrate core workouts where you come in and up, or they basically take place of an ab wheel. So if I had to take a choice between these sliders and an ab wheel, I would take these because they're much, much, much more versatile. So I like these. Hopefully they'll hold up. Like I said, the cheap furniture slider ones, though they're smooth, they tend to get scraped up more, which causes friction and kind of defeats the purpose. But these are kind of cool. The other thing I like, and this is a recovery and wellness tool, is this hamstring, your calf and your hamstring, a stretch. You got to use it with the shoe because it puts almost all of the pressure on your heel. My wife uses this all the time. She never even heard of anything like this until I pointed it out to her, because she said she had her calves were tight after running a lot. She uses this every morning. It's amazing. And you can do this with a stair or whatever. This is just convenient because you can stand. What she does is just stand by that bench, checking the news after she's done her workout, and she stretches out, and she does it pre and post workout. Great device. Get them on Amazon. This is called the Foot Rocker. And then the last thing I'll show is a Trigger Point 5-inch ball. I love this thing. If I'm post-workout, I'll use this to roll out tight spots. I'll even use this as a pillow, believe it or not, and watch TV. And it's just a very versatile device. But I'm kind of getting off the point here, but what I would do is recommend for people to try to remove the friction from them working out, the sticky points. So if the easier it is for you to work out, the more likely you're going to do it. So I'll get some more tips later, but thanks for watching.